Hey everyone, Amanda here with a full moon in Scorpio reading for you. And I'm just going to get right on into it. Just reminders that this is a collective reading, so take what messages resonate for you and simply leave the rest. Cool. I'm going to start. What's really interesting about this reading is we got the bookends of the Empress and the Emperor on either side, first and last card of the reading. So that's really neat. I feel like what that is saying to us is that there's really a balancing of our masculine and feminine happening right now. The Empress represents the divine feminine, the Emperor represents the divine masculine. And so I do feel like we're reaching this we're striving for this level of mastery in our masculine and feminine energies. So what that means is we're taking the intuitive side of our nature and marrying it with the action-oriented side. So we're receiving spiritual guidance, and I'm seeing this star right above her head. So she's she's totally in alignment with that star. So she's working from alignment with her inner being, and then having the strength and energy and courage to take those steps in the physical. So we need both of these aspects of ourselves. And it does feel like those things may be coming into more balance moving forward, which is really nice. What I got as the clarifier on the Empress was this Imrama, if that's how you pronounce it. It says, wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. So it does feel like perhaps we'll be going inward and seeking more from our feminine aspect. There's some kind of journey unfolding. But what's awesome about the Empress is she's not only just this etheric feminine figure, but she's also somebody who, she is grounded in a lot of ways. And we got a kind of a double message about kind of this idea of fertility. So you can see the Empress is pregnant on this card. We pulled this fertility card later in the reading. So what I feel like it is this is actually a really fertile time for us. We're starting out this full moon cycle with a lot of the ability to, I feel like a lot of creative energy is what I'm feeling here. And this journey card means like there's some kind of forward momentum happening. And we have basically all the cards I pulled are very much about energy grounding down into the physical sphere. So that's actually really cool, because I feel like for a long time there's been a lot about going inward, doing our sacred inner work, and maybe not seeing a lot of result on the outside. But these cards are really saying to me that you're going to start to see the tangible results of your work. So that's really cool. Six of Wands is the victory card, but what comes with it is Coral's wisdom. And it says here, works that are created over great periods of time. Fragility, delicacy. So it's like this understanding that what we've been working for, we're going to be recognized for, and our creative energy is going to come to fruition. But we need to understand that most things worth having are created slowly, delicately, with a lot of tender, loving care, and it takes time. So things aren't just going to maybe rapidly fall into place and suddenly everything's great, but this idea that what we put our tiny little attention on, what details we focus on, is what's going to come to fruition and ultimately bring us victory and success. So it's about intention and attention to the small things that will then expand outward and become the big things. Getting a little energy here in the middle of the Five of Pentacles, which is about lack and feeling lack. And what's really interesting about this depiction is this person sitting under the tree doesn't see that there's a mermaid right in front of her offering her these coins. So she's actually maybe not as desolate as she feels, and there's maybe more abundance to be offered for her if she would be able to pick her head up a little bit and take a look around and really drink in the offerings that are right in front of her. And this comes with fertility. So like I said, I potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. And this paired with the Empress from before, I just feel like there's a lot of creative energy moving right now. There's a lot of seeds being planted, and it's about trying to shift our focus from the energy of lack into the feelings of abundance. And that's just going to draw more and more of that creative potential to us. And when we can allow that creative potential to gestate a bit and become what it will become, understanding that great things are created over long periods of time, we allow this seed to grow and then it expands outward. So moving forward, we get to the Knight of Pentacles. And the word that I often hear when I pull this card is loyalty. So the Knight of Pentacles understands that slow and steady wins the race, but he's very loyal to his purpose. And what's really cool is this comes with a clarifier of freedom, independence, self-determination. And both of these figures on these cards are we get a sense like these happen to be women, but they seem to be standing really in their power and owning who they are and looking to the future with a lot of hope in this picture. And, this girl doesn't give any craps. She's just going to be who she is. And that with the Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like a new identity that we're forming for ourselves, this freedom to be who we are, to determine who we are for ourselves. It's really being grounded down into the physical. With that Pentacles suit, that's what I feel. But this idea that, sorry about that, I got a little cut off, but we're just going to keep going with this Knight of Pentacles. So, I was saying I feel like we are grounding down this new, we have to determine for ourselves and be loyal to ourselves first, which will allow us to expand outward and be loyal to the causes and to the people that are in alignment for us. So I do feel like that's starting to be a thing. I love this, badass, super independent, she's just herself, and that's awesome. Cool. Moving on to the Emperor. So the Emperor is about authority and taking charge. And what I love about this is I do feel like there's this sense of taking charge of our own life, moving forward really in the directions that we want to take, and no longer just following the path that maybe we were blindly following before. We've had a lot of time to really reflect on where do we actually want to go? What do we actually want to create? What is my life? What does my life mean? And what is it going to be going forward? And what comes with the Emperor is this Atlantis card, rapid development, excellence, success. So I feel like we've done this inner work and it's setting up this domino effect in the physical of things really coming in. It feels rather rapidly, even though it may have felt like it's taking a long time for those seeds to come to be. So I actually really love this. There's a big sense of movement, and I don't know about y'all, but that sounds really good to me right now. Cool. I'm just going to leave with a few of these other messages that I pulled. These are really straightforward, so just take them for what they are. I got passion and pleasure, savor your life. Gates of triumph, success expands in your life. And infinite abundance, abundance is pouring into your life. So these all feel really interconnected with the other messages that I said. I do feel like there is some kind of energy that's opening up and allowing things to move much more now. It's about really getting out of this lack mindset and into this feeling of abundance and understanding that will always be provided for and then some. And this passion and pleasure, I feel like it is a good time to get in touch with what makes you happy, what makes you dance, what makes you, what gives you the sense you deserve to be here and you want to be here. And I think we get a chance to really tap into joy a little bit more, especially when we're forced to slow down a bit. So I'm just going to leave you with that. I hope that this reading finds you well, and I will see you next time.